And it's your boy DJ Wolf here. Oh boy. For rainy Tuesday, November 29th, 2016. Got a couple things on my mind. First, I want to talk about. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get to that later. I want to talk about Trump again. This dude, and I just realized all the appointees that he are appointing are almost all white. Okay. Personally, I don't have a problem with the fact that they're white, black, or indifferent. What I do have a problem with is all these guys are guys of much wealth, and I'm not sure what the hell we're going to be in store for. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't really want to, and I also want to talk about the fact that Jill Stein is leading the campaign effort to do a recount of the votes in 3 states. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Michigan and Pennsylvania, I think, were 2 to 3. I don't remember what the other one was. So that one is ongoing right now as we speak, and they were saying that she wanted to make sure that they were counted, hand counted. That's my understanding. So I don't know how what kind of voting methods they used in those 2 states or 3 states. So stay tuned for that. I don't know yet. Now, whether it does any good is another story, and I heard Hillary Clinton is joining the campaign on that. That's what I heard from published reports and media sources. So right now, don't know yet. We don't know, but I'm going to tell you otherwise, it's probably a futile effort right now because, after all, Trump did win the electoral votes, and that at this point is what really counts. But I guess that's part of the reason they're doing a recount. We'll see if it does any good. Probably not. Probably not. Would be nice, but probably not. So that gets to my next thing. I had an epiphany at work today, and I was reading something from a calendar that I bought. It was an inspirational calendar inspired by the thoughts of NFL football coach and legend Tony Dungy. I'm going to one day rejuvenate my Love Matter channel, and I'm going to read some of the excerpts from that. At least I'm going to read some of the scriptures that he quoted from it, and they were very powerful. Stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, as I was reading those quotes and scriptures, I realized something. I've been married 25 years to the love of my life. We've been together for, I think, almost 28 years. No, I take that back. Well, 2007. We met in 1989. So we've really been together probably 20, almost 28 years. And the reason why I bring this up, because a member of our church that lost his wife after 40-some-odd years, 46 years of marriage, to cancer. And I really felt for this guy. He's a nice guy. I mean, it's like, the nice people. Wife was just a very sweet person. Very, very, had a very beautiful soul. And it reminded me she reminded me a lot of my wife. And I was thinking about that. I was like, wow, I've been married my wife 25 years. I can imagine what he was going through. I could not imagine. I just don't know if I could have the strength that he had. I just couldn't imagine myself having the strength. I don't know. I just don't think I would hold up as well. But to make a long story short, I realized something. Love is a lot more powerful than people give it credit for. That's why when you say that you love somebody, you got to mean it. especially in these boy-girl relationships, you're starting off young, you better mean it. You know? And I could tell you a couple stories about that. Well, getting back to about, before I forget, I had a dream, and this is no joke, and I know some people are like, you gotta be kidding me. I had a dream when I was in junior high. I think it was junior high school, mid school. And I was into girls, but I wasn't actually dating any girls. I wasn't actually going out seeing any girls. Probably a good thing because I was in junior high. But of course I had, fantasies, and I don't mean the wet dream fantasies. I'm talking about I have fantasies about women. In general, about, the type of woman I would want to be with when I got older. Even all the way through high school, I was thinking about that. Not that I didn't date. I dated later on in high school. But anyway, so I had a dream, and this is a true story. Of the woman that I married came in a dream. And this was back probably about 70, at least maybe between 77 and 79. I think probably about 79. Because I remember it was around that time. And I had a dream about my wife. What she was going to look like, her skin tone, and everything. Seriously. I had a dream that, in more like a vision, that my wife was going to be the woman that I dreamed about in that dream. And it turned out to be her. I thought about that, and it took me a while before it dawned on me. I said, I actually had a dream about her years and years ago. True story. I think I mentioned to my mother-in-law before she passed away years ago as well. Matter of fact, this year we're marking. I meant to tell my wife. I'll probably mention to her a little later. We'll mark the 7th. Yeah, but 8th year. No, the 8th year. No, 7th year. The 7th year that my mother-in-law passed away. She passed away from cancer in 2009. God rest her soul. But I had the dream that my wife, I dreamed that I was going to meet her. Described to the T in the dream. And it turned out to be her. Now, like I said, I couldn't imagine not being around her, because when we first hung out, we first started dating, I always got that warm impression that she smiled. It was just a really lovely, heavenly type of smile. Everything's gonna be fine, and it made me melt. And there were times when I used to get mad at her or certain things, and it was just like I couldn't stay mad. Now, I've stayed mad at her before on certain things, but it was like for a long time. I even kind of now, but not really. But I think the difference is early on early in the relationship, when she pissed me off about something, I would be mad maybe about a day, and they'll be gone. Be like, I forget what the hell I was mad about. And that's happened. It hasn't always been the case, but for the most part, it has. And now, if I get mad, I just do something else, and then, I'll eventually work my way into it. But I can't stay grudgingly mad. I don't. I really don't. I had to let it grow out of me, because of my environment that I grew up in. I saw a lot of that grudgingly anger stuff about stuff that you didn't really need to be angry at, and you had to let go. And it took me a long time to realize that life is not about staying angry. Life is about learning. Life is about sharing. Life is about caring. Life is about being compassionate for other people. It's about all of that. Some people never learn that. Some people go through life just being mad all their life. I know people like that, personally. I just couldn't do it. And I think, but what happened was, me being around that environment, I spent years kind of being that way. And it took me a long time to learn that I don't have to be that I didn't have to be that way anymore. Gotta live in my own skin, and gotta enjoy life for what it's worth. And I do. You got people who never learn from that. It's sad. Because when you don't learn from that, you're going to be miserable in your own skin instead of being happy in it. Or, take some comfort and just, seize the moment, seize the day. So, for the most part, I think that's why I'm happy that I know I married the right woman. No question about it. And even if you don't find that right someone right now, I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said it before, I even told my son this, there is somebody out there for everybody. I believe that in my dearest of hearts. They may not be exactly perfect, but there's somebody out there, and they always say opposites attract. That's usually how that works. Not complete 100% opposites, but opposites, because not everybody's going to be about the same on every single thing. Some people might look at the things differently from you, but then you might share a lot of common interests. And I've learned that. But by the same token, I've also learned to be more rational, try to be more compassionate, be more open. And matter of fact, that's one of the reasons I started going back to church. And I've been back this year, marked 4 years that I've been back. And I can honestly say, I don't think that I could go, even if I go, I can't go 2 weeks. I can't be out of church 2 weeks without going to visit my church family. My church family is everything to me. Everything. And I mean it. You may not always speak to everybody every Sunday, but your core family in that church is going to always be there. And I've seen it time and time and time again. I love it. I love it. I kid you not. We went to a get together for a church member of ours who was celebrating a birthday. And it was a great turnout, and I enjoyed it. Was it last week? Oh, no, actually it was a week before last. I'm sorry. It seemed like it was just last weekend. But anyway, it turned out so great, man. It was nothing but love, man. That's what I'm talking about. And I think one of the things that is missing, and I always said it, and I still say it, there's not a lot of love in the world anymore. People just hate for no reason. And that's what brings me back up to Donald Trump. He contradicts himself about things. And yet you're putting together a cabinet full of people who are full of hate. I'm seeing it. And I don't want to go into a whole bunch of mess about it because I'm tired of talking about it. But then again, I have to talk about it because it ain't right. It's just not right. I gotta put this thing up here. So, just I'll let you guys know about that and how I feel. I'll get back to talking a little bit more about that later. But again, it's your boy DJ Wolf. In any case, let me go ahead and get settled in here. Get myself situated in the house here, of course. Oh, boy. All right, well, that's all I got right now. It's DJ Wolf. I got more to say about this other stuff on the back burner. I'll talk to you guys later.